You know, these are the days I want to cry. Of cry of happiness, man. When I look back at my trading journey, I look back the first day I started trading. I have pictures of me opening my custodial account with my dad, and I have pictures of me being so happy to start trading because I'm seeing all these great people on TikTok and Instagram make a lot of money. I was the happiest kid. And now I'm emotionless. I don't feel pain. I'm emotionless, bro. I don't feel anything. That's a joke. Listen, I am so happy. All right. Listen, when I look back at my trading history and the journey that I've been through, basically coming up on 2 years now, it has been a wild ride. Let me tell you that. We have lost money. We've made money, but we've lost a lot of money. We've made a lot of money. Okay. Now, you might be saying, why should I don't know, why should I trust a 17-year-old kid that started trading when he was like 15, turning 16 in the middle of a high school while he's got work to do and he's got college to pay attention to? This kid doesn't have the time, he doesn't have the determination, he doesn't have the skill. Listen, we all start somewhere. And I'm like a stock. Once you invest early, you're going to get the best outcome, the best price. You buy a stock early and it goes up, guess what? You made money. But you buy it late and you sell it later, that's not too much money right there. You believe in me right now in the beginning of my career, and bro, I'm going to put you on. We're going to be famous together, all right? Um, no, guys, I'm really happy. I'm looking at Discord, man. We've had a lot of people come in. I appreciate every single one of you. Every single one of you. Literally, every time you guys come in, I'm just so grateful to have this Discord. This Discord is not just for me and my trading partner. It's for all of us. Okay, it's a community. If you guys have questions, if you guys have suggestions, if you guys want to see things in the charts, analysis, literally anything, join the Discord and chat. I'm not on Discord 24/7. I do have a life outside of this. We don't have staff members, so it's just me and my trading partner just running this. But we will answer your questions. We'll answer them. We'll do Q&As. We'll be there for you guys. Okay, it's a community space, so please join. Ask your questions. Look at the charts. Look at the plays we call out. Because soon this probably will not be so free, especially what we just called out today. That was a great example of just us giving free info for absolutely no price, and you guys are pretty lucky to have that. I'm not gonna lie. But shall we get into what happened today in the trade I've taken? So the first thing I want to go over is well, my Discord, of course. Let me just drag this out if I can right here. So in the charts, when you join the Discord, you'll see I posted this. When was this? Yesterday at 10 p.m. So this is when I was backtesting kind of analysis for tomorrow. As you can notice, we're on the 4-hour time frame on SPX. We have that 4-hour. What the fuck? Just music playing in my ears right now. We had that 4-hour fair value gap that happened right here. Got tapped into it, and then I was like, let's get that. Let's get rid of that. It's too big. It's too clustered. I don't like big fair value gaps. There's really no price. There's no determined price action that could come down to. I don't like it. So I decided to go with the daily. The daily formed that daily fair value gap, and then it showed strong retaliation back up. Now, the biggest thing and the key level I was looking for, okay, is notice this 4-hour fair value gap that happened right here, this bearish fair value gap. Not everyone might notice this, but it is a fair value gap. And the consequent encroachment, which is this red line, by the way, this consequent encroachment was traded in, I can't remember the day. This was probably, I want to say, when was this? Oh shit, I gotta go all the way back. Monday. Okay, so that's what I thought. It was traded Monday. Monday sold off. Then I told the Discord, right, we would sell back down into that 4-hour fair value gap. I just didn't fully know where we would bounce back on. I guess we tapped right at the 4-hour, like right at the high, and we just bounced right back on. I did take the trade on this. I'm pretty sure I Called it out here. Okay. Just for proof. You guys saw this. And then for the analysis for today, or I guess, yeah, today, I saw that price came back all the way up, created or swept, I guess, this high, the swing high, created new buy side liquidity, which was up here. And again, from my experience, right, because experience will beat strategy. And listen, I've only had, I want to say maybe a year of experience, a year and a half of true price action. I can tell you my experience, this was a classic move of, hey, should we come down to the consequent encroachment of this order block? As you can see, this 4-hour order block that created this, okay? Should we go down, trade under, and then buy? Or can it do exactly like it's about to do, which I predicted, and I said expecting a move either under the consequent encroachment of that 4-hour order block, or consolidation and a run up to grab buy side liquidity and eventually sweep that hour 4 fair value gap, and to inverse it to grab these highs. Now, what do we get? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies with gentle hands, look at this. Actually, let me hide my thing. Actually, no, that makes it worse. Hard to tell. All right, let me delete standard deviation. Actually, no. That 4-hour order block right here, as I called out. Price, please pay attention. Price did not close under that line. That means it showed bullish price action. That means it was respecting what? It was respecting that 4-hour order block that we had marked out. And it was also saying that, hey, price does not give a shit about going lower to that consequent encroachment. It just wants to go higher. So we understand that. Buy side liquidity was right here, got taken out. And then external highs here got taken out. Fair value gap completely swept. And well, it did close above, so I will call this an inverse. So now I'm going to use this as an inverse fair value gap. So I'm going to mark it as an inverse. I'm going to really draw it out. It is really bright, so I'm going to delete it for now. And yeah, let's just go over how we got this. Now, before we go over, let me just tell you, right? Someone in our community said, you know, if you don't hit this levels, like you're dumb. I was like, whatever. And so this morning at 7:20, bro, I swear to God, I wake up and I'm on my phone looking at the charts. 7:30, I wake up at probably 7. Looks like price did not want to go trade into that order block and push right off to target buy side and potentially sweep that hour 4 fair value gap. So I called this out at 7:30 in the morning. I'm barely half awake. And then at 10, I post this. I said extremely tight stop for calls right now. And I'll tell you exactly how I got this set up. And then we just had the whole run and it hit all take profits. And I sold it a little early, I'm not going to lie. And I don't know why. I was dumb for a second, but I'll explain why. So next thing on the list is news. If you guys have watched my videos previously, you guys know that I care about news a lot. And like any other trader, news is important because it tells you what's going to impact the market today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow, and at what specific time. And today, I'm pretty sure I called this out on Monday, if not on Sunday. I called this out. I literally called it out. I said the only thing that would impact Wednesday is this 10-year bond auction. And we get on Wednesday, and I'm over here panicking of why it's going down. And I'll tell you why. This where was it? This move right here, this down move at where was this? No, it was here. This is one. Okay, never mind. It spiked down at around 1. Obviously, we'll talk about this later when we go into the trading. I just want to briefly highlight that from Monday to Wednesday, we did not trade. Oh, no, we did trade. And then from Thursday to Friday, we will not trade. That's what I meant to say. Why? I'm pretty sure you can already tell why. There's CPI coming out 8:30 tomorrow. We are not wanting to play that price action at all. Most likely, I don't want to make any bets here. Really don't. I hate doing that. But most likely, we will see all-time highs get taken out this week. And if we don't, that's a problem. If this week with CPI and PPI, we don't take all-time highs, something's wrong with the market. Just saying. So yeah, not trading. And Friday I can't even trade. I got service with the school, so we're going somewhere else and doing service, so I can't even be on my phone. But I'll definitely watch the price action. I'll see what's going on with CPI. I'll see what's going on with unemployment rates. And again, 30-year bond auction. So that 10-year bond auction, it's important. And the 30-year bond auction is even more important, even bigger impact. So even though it's an orange folder, it is impactful. All right, let's talk about how we caught this trade. All right, so everyone wants to know, oh my God, how'd you catch this? How are you so good? Blah, blah, blah. Listen, it's not about being so good. It's about finding the model you like and finding what works for you. My chart looks a little messy. Oh, wow. Looks like Nick Saban is retiring. Just got this from one of my friends in the group chat. Anyways, so that 4-hour order block here is marked right here. And then I woke up and marked out this 1-hour south side liquidity. So let's look at this from here. So what I'm noticing here is you have this bull run, I guess this bullish buy, almost hitting that -4 standard deviation. That's where we took our trade. We stopped at -2.25. And so I was like, well, if price wants to continue higher, it's going to take out that -4, which is literally right above that fair value gap on the 4-hour. So that was definitely a level to watch out for. I definitely knew price wanted to go there. And what's even better is that today's trade, the target of today's trade was the -2.5, right? And where was it lined up? Right at the -4, basically almost. If that isn't like standard deviation for you, I don't know what is. I mean, it's probably one of the best tools that I have inquired in my strategy, and you probably should, because it can quite literally tell you where price needs to go and where the levels are. So my personal bias and what I wanted to see was this candle right here come down and sweep this 1-hour liquidity, which it didn't do. It didn't really do that. But I was still skeptical. I said this could definitely come up, and if it does, I'm taking a trade. And the reason why I say this is because the strategy ICT teaches, and that I've remodeled, is you need a high time frame PD array to be taken out or liquidated or traded into, because you need a strong move off of that level. Okay, but if there's no level in the first place, then why should there be a big move, right? Or a market structure shift? Yeah, it is announced Nick Saban just retired. Okay, well, that was true. All right, Nick Saban retired. Who cares? We're French. We don't care. Listen, we need a high time frame PD array. So I was looking at my chart. I was like, okay, well, that 1-hour south side could be high time frame, but it's not probable. I don't like this. At first, I really didn't like this setup at all. And then you look at how the market opened, right? And then you're like, okay, let me rethink this a little bit. Like I said, price action tells you a lot of things, okay? Just on this 5-minute chart, I want you to just look at this. Okay, that's important. Okay, this is where I take most of my trades and the reason I take my trades. Now, you can see here we have a sort of like downtrend, down structure. Okay, and this is the 5-minute. So even if we go up to the 15-minute, you can see this down structure. Okay, you can see that. What about the 30-minute? Can you see it? You can still see it. Yes. So that tells me after, these levels got swept, this Tuesday, so this got swept around 4:30. So London session, anything London session. So this is valid price action from London, which is what I like to see. Go back on the 5-minute. What I'm looking for is, obviously we were looking for market structure shifts. So I'm like, all right, where in the hell could we do a market structure shift? The first level that catches my eye, like anyone, would be this level. And let me tell you, that is not a market structure shift. Although it is a high, there is no swing high. There's no swing high. That's not a market structure shift. What is valid, though, is like this right here. That's valid, for example. That's a valid market structure shift. Even though it might seem small, it is a swing high that created that swing low that broke it out. That's a valid one. You would also like to see these highs broken. Yes. You would like to see these highs broken. Yes. But do notice that it's not a swing high. So technically, it's not a market structure shift. Even though it's in the right structure, in the right order flow, and it's breaking the order flow, it's not quite a market structure shift. Okay, so the lowest one we got was there. Okay, so that, I want you to pay attention to that. Now, if you go on the 15-minute, you can also notice, hey, is there a swing high? No, no swing high, no swing high. Is there a swing high here? Yeah, there is. Boom, right here, swing high. So that's a 15-minute market structure shift now. Boom. So now, guess what? This is part of the model. There's two time frames that are correlating together at the same time, showing the same price action, that there's going to be a market structure shift if candle breaks above or opens above or closes above, my bad. So hence bullish price action, okay? Now, when I'm watching this price action, I want you to remember, I'm skeptical. I'm like, this did not hit a high time frame PD array. I don't believe that this will be a market structure shift, and I don't believe this will be a retracement into it. But you never know, so you keep watching. Now we get market opened at right here on this candle, and you can see, just look at this. I don't think I've ever seen this before. It just runs up all the way up. And I'm watching this live. I'm pretty sure I'm in art class at this point. And if we want to look at the news again, do you see anything at 9:30 that indicates, 9:30, 8:30, anything that indicates bullish price action? I see nothing. Unless there was like Elon Musk that came out and said that, I don't know, fucking the S&P at 500 is the best stock. I don't know what, like if someone says something, but something definitely happened. It got bought all the way. So it took out this market structure shift. It took out this swing high, or this high, this swing high, and this high. This whole range was taken out in 3 minutes. No, 15 minutes. So I'm pretty sure there's one candle. Yeah, 15 minutes. This whole range was closed above and taken out in 15 minutes. What does that tell me? As a trader that trades market structure shifts, what does that tell me? We're going to go back down. We're going to go grab this liquidity, and we're going to go back up. That makes sense? We're going to go back down to go back up. We're going to go back down to go back up. I'll explain it later. When I saw this market structure shift on the 5-minute, what do? Before we even enter, right, because we have some time to draw the OT, we have some time to find fair value gaps. It's not instant. We draw the standard deviation to make sure our levels, if we're going to take this trade, our levels match with other levels or Fibonacci sequence or maybe liquidity areas or fair value gaps or anything that could deter price, okay? So let's do that. Swing low of that move to the current market structure shift that happened. So for me, it'd be the 5-minute right here. Let's look. What happened? Well, the -1, as you can see, has already been traded through. The -1.5 has already been traded through. And the -2 and the potential target is right there. So it is basically like a few ticks away, right? Maybe one tick away from this high. So what does that tell me? That tells me if price wants to come back, okay, if price all it wants to do is come down to this level and come back up to these, it would be easy for price to do that because it's already done all of this move here. So it'd be very easy for price to come down and to buy it all back because it's already done that. It's already bought all this, and now it's only going halfway down to buy 100% and more. Does that make sense? So to me, this makes sense. I know I'm speaking like gibberish here, but I'm trying to make you understand that it's easier for price to buy what it has already bought than to buy something it has never bought, if that makes sense. Because it knows that the buyers have already controlled this area, and it knows that the sellers are just not in control at all whatsoever. Okay, so standard deviation lines up. We're targeting that -2.5, because we want to be a little more risky on this trade. CPI comes out tomorrow. We can see, where was it? -4 here. This -4 was the, I guess, the high of that fair value gap. So that was another, like, if you want to draw a line here, that was another like target area to mark and to watch out for. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? We can target all this area. At first I had this as my target, right? And then I looked at the risk to reward 3.3, not too bad, right? And then when I went break even, I put my TP a little higher. So that's why it's up here. All right, so let's talk about the entry. So after I drew my standard deviation, looks a little messy. I know, sorry about this. Let me just clean it up a little bit. We get our swing high. This is the moment where you just wait, right? You're not trying to force trades like the most of us do. You're not trying to force trades. You're not forcing any trades here. You are watching. If nothing happens, trust me, if price just went straight up, I would have closed my laptop. I wouldn't have traded, or at least not in that moment, right? Why? Because that's not my strategy. That's not what I understand in the market. Just didn't do it. Won't do it. Okay. So what do I want to see? I want to see a retracement. Where? I want to see a retracement to any fair value gaps, discount fair value gaps, or any OT levels. Okay, that's fine. Let's draw it out. So when that candle hits, you don't draw it here. You draw it after that candle closes here for that swing high. You draw it. Okay, now can this high be broken? Yes, 100%. This doesn't have to break structure. It can hit off a premium fair value gap, come back up, break this high, make a new swing high, and then come down. Totally okay. What I wouldn't want happening is, like, let's say it doesn't enter here and this is our swing high, then the OT has to be like this fucking big. Then I'm like a little more, maybe not. Okay. I do like these small tiny trades. You're trying to catch the bottom, if that makes sense. You're trying to catch the move after the big move, if that makes sense. The move after the start of the big move. So it comes down, break structure. On the 5 minute, this is looking very good. It's selling. We have that bullish institutional order block here that helps out as a breaker block here, as you'll notice in a second. Comes down. Okay, and at first, I did make a mistake, and I'll show you my executions, and I'll show you exactly where okay. So it looks a little messy, but I'll explain everything. This here, I was stupid. What I did at first was I drew the, where was it? The mean threshold? Yeah, mean threshold. So this little line right here. And I was like, okay, so anything under this, we can start buying, yeah? Okay, so I was like, on the 5 minute, well, this is pretty obvious. There's a huge fair value gap here. And that's that. Okay, so it's like, I don't really want to enter off the fair value gap on the 5 minute. It looks a little too big. So I go on 3 minute. Is there anything on 3 minute? Still pretty big fair value gap. Anything on the 1 minute? Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Right under there. Right under the mean threshold, there's a 1 minute fair value gap. That looks pretty clean to me. So what do? I draw it out. I'm like, yeah, dude. Once we hit this, I'm buying. So that's exactly what happened. But look at price. I mean, if you don't believe, if you're trading supply and demand, can price do this when it hits supply and demand? Fuck no. It will never do that, bro. Bro, just watch price action when it hits these fucking fair value gaps, bro. I'm telling you. Anyways, mean threshold. So buyers can start buying. No, this is part of my model. Still refining it. Notice how it didn't quite lose me the trade, but it almost did. Mean threshold hits the fair value gap. Look how I'm not entering off the consequent encroachment. That's what I would normally do. So here I broke my rules. I entered off the tap of the fair value gap. And I thought I did something good, and then it went down. And I'm like, okay, shoot. So shit. It goes down. I'm like, fuck, I'm about to get stopped out. But I'm like, wait, hold up. I didn't even draw my OTE. So I delete this shit, and I'm like, fuck, wait, I can re-enter if it's a good trade. So what do? Wait, can I just go back? I don't want to draw this whole... Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. So I draw my OT here. And as you can see, price breaks through that 3 minute, up, down, straight to where? OT level here. Now this is the candle that's, well, yeah, I bought here and here. Okay, so 20 contracts here at the very bottom. Look where I'm buying. This is live, like, and this is live. Boom. Like it doesn't come to the OT quite yet, but I'm already buying because I already know my strategy is gonna work. Like I'm in the future already. All right. Listen, it didn't hit my OT level. It didn't hit the level I liked. But what it did hit was a level, like a fair value gap in the OT area. So, you know, at least I had some kind of reason to buy here, not just randomly trading. My stop loss was tight. It was at these lows. I'm pretty sure it's here. Moved it down a little bit. Oh yeah, it is here. It's lined up right here. And then this candle was crucial. Both of these candles were crucial, but this one was the most crucial. This is the candle that will tell you if the strategy you're trading right now, if the move is going to go back up or if it does not give a shit about whatever it has just done, and if it wants to keep selling. It closes above the OTE. The second candle closes above, and all the other candles, not one candle came back down to this level to retest it. Not one candle closed under this golden zone. And look how close the closed of these candles are to this black OT level. So close. Almost like they want to get out of there. You know what I mean? I bought it right there. Look where I bought it. Look, the execution. You see that? Right under the OT, man. That was not even on the OT. I bought it a little late. So that was even more riskier. If that candle closed under there and fully traded down, I would have been fucked. I'm pretty sure I said in the charts, I said, where was it? I said I have like a mental stop loss somewhere. Here. Look at this. I said, trying to target whatever the highs here. I said mental stop is if price closes under the black line of OTE. So that last line here. That was my mental stop. My physical stop is here, but my mental stop is here. So if it does that, I'm out. That shows you how, like, this is my stop. In a way, like, this is my stop. How, look, maybe right here. How, like, I don't know how to say, this is so small. Such a tiny wick, a tiny price movement. Half a tick could take me out here. Half a tick. And I'm willing to take those risks for this reward. I just want to let that sit in for a second. I'm willing to take half a tick risk to reward, fucking stop loss, mental stop loss for this huge win. Because I know it's going to work. I've seen this happen. This is experience. It's not strategy. It's experience in price action. I've seen this happen. It repeats almost, not every day, almost every day. If you're good at catching it. But I was not really happy with, oh yeah, I made a little mistake, by the way. I sold here. I sold 15. I wanted to sell 15 up here. But I set a limit order or like a market order here. So it sold here, like when I set it there. But I wanted to sell up here. So that's why there's a sell. But then I bought it again here. I'm not sure why on this candle. Bought it again. Ran up. Sold more here. Was this, was that? Oh, it was a take profit. Yes, it was a take profit. So I said, oh, I'm saying this. All I want to see on the 5-minute is to see candles close above the golden zone line, okay? Traded option alert. First TP hit, boom, or first TP was at that price, 4768.8. Okay, you can see that nice retracement. And then first TP gets hit right there. Right there, we saw that TP. And then I have that fair value gap. I start buying more. And this is where I kind of mess around. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of mess around. This was during physics, I'm pretty sure. I buy more. And this was in hopes of this hitting the second TP, which was up here or a little higher. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was up here. It comes up, and this is where, I don't know what happened, but this is where I gave up. I just like lost all hope for some reason. I bought it here. It came up, almost hit that TP, and it came back down. And this was very sudden, very quick. I draw that 5-minute fair value gap right here. As you can see, it holds up. But, you know, when it was down here, I was like, fuck, this is not going to hold up. Try to find excuses. You know, I was scrambling in my head. I was like, why is this going down? Why is this going down? Why is this going down? I was like, the only thing that could impact, again, is what? The 10-year bonds. But that only comes out of one. I was like, fuck. What am I doing? I see this candle. I'm like, there's no way it reverses, right? And it does. So I sell. I don't know what I was doing here. I bought even more. Should have stayed in this, to be honest. Because I was like, oh, I sold, but I was like, I made a mistake. I'm buying more. Bought at the very top. Like, what was I doing? I think I was I'm pretty sure I was fucking around right here. Bought more, sold more. I don't know what I was doing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I lost like $5. Anyways, I still had these positions still in play. That position I didn't sell. As you can see, it turned out pretty good. The only thing I'm kind of angry about is not targeting higher. Now, I don't know why I'd be mad at myself saying this, but the 4-hour fair value gap, like I said, the high was here. So you take the high here and you go back on the 5-minute and you can see that that high is right there. So theoretically, this price action, anything above this, anything above that 4-hour fair value gap is risky. Because now what I'm thinking is, okay, it has just traded above the 4-hour fair value gap, so now it wants to sweep it. So now it's going to come back down. So that's where I want to get out. I want to get out either before or right when it sweeps it, which is exactly what happened. That negative 2.5 is exactly right when it sweeps it right here. And when my TP gets hit, that's exactly when the 10-year bonds happen. Yeah. Ain't that a coincidence? That's a pretty good coincidence, isn't it? And then I'm out. So, and listen, look at this risk reward. I'm happy. A 4.2, bro, I'm happy with that. Like, even if I made $10 off of this, I'm happy. You should also be happy. If you didn't lose today, you should be happy. You didn't trade? Good. You didn't lose money. Or you lost money? Sucks for you. You made money? Good for you. You didn't trade? Good for you. Yeah. So that's the trade we took. Again, not trading tomorrow, not trading Friday. So I will see you guys Sunday for a weekly recap and I guess a weekly upcoming recap. If you guys are, I'm probably going to post some updates in the Discord about CPI and stuff like that and where we're looking for price. So if you guys are still in this video somehow, please join the Discord. Again, please. It's in the description. It's everywhere. There's links everywhere. You can join anywhere. Please join the Discord. Ask questions. We'll answer your questions. And have a good weekend. Peace.